Alright, I have driven a couple hours north to go fish, and since we're so far from home, we're going to be camping on an island tonight. Got a bunch of camping gear with me, brought some food in the cooler. If we catch any good fish to eat, the game plan is to eat it, but we're going to go head out and see if we can get a good session of fishing in this afternoon. Look for some big redfish and big trout, black drum, whatever's biting, and then find an island to camp on and make a nice little home for the night. Alright, just finished a 10-mile, kind of sloppy and choppy run. The forecast said it was going to be 4-mile-per-hour winds. Right now it's blowing about 14, I've had to guess. But it's supposed to cool down as the day goes on. I figure we get a long run out of the way and get towards where we're going to be camping, and we'll fish around there. I don't know this area really well, so we're going to be figuring it out and trying to find some big redfish. And it didn't make a difference to me if I was fishing 10 miles that way or 10 miles this way, but I wanted to be near where I was camping so I have the most time to fish. All right, we're gonna fish around some of these islands out here, really just so we have something to get us out of the wind a little bit, because it's hoofing right now. Maybe as the wind dies, we'll try to get on some bigger sandbars out in the middle of the river here. I got a new setup here we'll talk about in a little bit, because I know people will ask, but right now we're just gonna throw a paddle tail around some of these islands, look for redfish and trout. It is a little choppy out here if you can't tell. So what I've decided to do here is pull up the boat to the island that we're going to be camping on, set up camp. We're going to make dinner while it's still pretty light out, because the fishing's not that great right now anyways, and it'll be easier to set up camp in the daylight. Then we're going to be able to fish and get a nice topwater session in before the lights go out, because that's my favorite thing to do. This is the process. I think we're gonna set up a hammock. I have an ultralight tent with me with a mosquito net and a rain tarp and a rain fly and all that stuff. But this ground is literally just a pile of rocks. There's ants walking around everywhere, and there's mega sand spurs everywhere, which these things absolutely bite. So we're gonna be hammocking tonight, which honestly is a lot cooler, and it's set up between two trees. So we are definitely going to be getting bit by mosquitoes tonight, man. It's not even fully sunset yet, and they're getting on me. Try to make sure I don't fall and break my neck in the middle of the night. Upside of being a fisherman, you get pretty good at tying knots, I suppose. I'm horrified to lay in this thing. I don't know what you guys can tell in the videos, like how you perceive me. I'm not that small of a dude. I'm 215 pounds. Okay, slightly horrified, but this may work. I'm thinking head on this side, feet on this side. I got a mosquito net. I need to figure out if I'm just gonna like drape it over top of myself, basically like a blanket, but I guess if it's on me, they can still push through it. So we kind of got to hang it a little bit here. But, what was that? Oh, I just heard a thunk. There could be possibly no worse feeling than waking up at 4 in the morning to crashing onto rocks. So far, so good. Okay. Mosquito net ended up being kind of a pain in the neck to get on, but it is finally there. We're gonna set up our wood for a fire. We had to bring our own firewood because you're not allowed to collect wood off of these limited islands here. So we're gonna set up our fire just to have it ready to go and kind of see where we're at time-wise. What I was actually looking for cheating, a little fire starting log here. Kind of wishful thinking, I think, that I was gonna be able to set up camp, go fishing, and then come back and make dinner before it got dark. So I think our fishing will be a little land-based this evening. We might throw a topwater around the island, see if there's a big trout or redfish cruising around this island here, which honestly I think might be even cooler. A little concerned about the boat. It's basically leaning into the rocks, but the wind's calmed down enough to where it's not bashing it, and it's not supposed to get rough this evening, so we should be all right. Cheers, brother. God, what a beautiful night, man. A little bummed that we didn't have a little more time to fish, but I actually didn't plan on leaving for this trip until tomorrow, and I decided to send it early and just go after it and get it. And give us a little crunch time here on the first evening, but that just means tomorrow morning we're going to have all day long to try to catch some big fish, you know? I think while I let this fire catch a little bit, I'm going to go throw a topwater around and see if we can't smack a big fish. Alright, one last cast. I need to go start making some food. Oh, there's a fish right there. Right at the last cast, too. Oh my gosh, what are you doing in here, brother? Well, at least we got to get the rod bent here. Not the targeted species whatsoever, but who's surprised that I'm catching jack crevalle? Little jack crevalle. Let's go make dinner. Alright, we finally got a proper fire going here. Time to get some dinner going here. I really need some more coals to be going than just like a raging fire to put this cast iron skillet down, because we're going to make ourselves a big juicy New York strip there. I'm very excited about that. Oh yeah. Bugs are starting to come out a little hotter on me now here, so we're gonna definitely start cooking and make sure we're getting this fire ripping. Just because we're out living on an island doesn't mean we're gonna be struggling to eat. I got the goods here, and wrapped inside all of this, a juicy New York strip. Okay. We're running out of light, my friends. So to make our lives pretty simple, we got small little containers. That's some high quality olive oil right there. I totally forgot that I brought a bunch of mushrooms with me as well. We got some salt. Let's bust open our steak here. Beautiful stuff. We're gonna keep this mega simple. Got a container of salt. skillet is not nearly hot enough. I need that steak to be sizzling when it hit the pan. A little bit of rosemary in there. Woo-wee. Whew. Okay, steak is done. Believe it or not, Florida in the beginning of September or middle of September is hotter than hell. But we have a steak, and I forgot to bring a plate, so it's just sitting on top of a plastic bag. We're gonna grub down and get in the hammock on the mosquito net. I also forgot bug spray. Things are going really great. Oh yeah, baby. God, that's so good. I mean, literally just a strip, olive oil, salt, a few mushrooms, some garlic, and some rosemary thrown in there. Cooked over the coals. Couldn't be better. A little overcooked, but still so good, man. All right. It's about 5:45 in the morning. Took a couple hours to fall asleep. The mosquitoes were really bad at first, even the mosquito net. They weren't really biting me. They were just making so much noise around me, and the wind ended up picking up in the middle of the night. It made it really nice to sleep. Got the bugs off and made it way cooler. But definitely will be a little tougher to fish this morning with the wind howling like it is. But we got to break down camp, get everything in the boat. It's not going to get light out for like another hour, so we got lots of time. So we're going to take our time, wake up, get the boat loaded up, and go try to catch some big reds. Early worm gets the worm, gentlemen. I've been up since 5:30. Didn't sleep much last night. I literally just idled a couple miles upriver to get to a little bit of good looking land. We got a topwater in hand. It's kind of the whole reason we went camping, is because right now I'm already set to fish and I can see a handful of boats starting to run out from ramps and stuff like that. But we're already here, brother. What an absolutely unreal looking morning. Oh, nice snook. Right at the boat right now. All right, pretty sure this is a snook. If it's not, it's a mongo trout. Oh, turn your head, brother. Oh, just working those top waters right along this mangrove edge. Finally, something paid off for it. Whew. Not an absolute giant one, but a real good one. Beautiful. Let's go. Hooked right in the corner pocket. Beautiful, beautiful snook right there. I guarantee you he is 28 inches right at the bottom of the slot, but we will not be keeping him. One of the few fish that I just don't have the heart to keep, man. I love snook so much. I spend so much time trying to catch them that I just like letting them go when I catch them. What a great fish to kick off the morning of our trip. A very good snook. Whew, wasn't really on my radar. I'm really here trying to catch a big redfish, to be honest, or a giant trout, but I'll take a good sized snook any day of the week. Beautiful. Thank you, hombre. Really thick fish, not very long, but thick as could be. Water's nice and cool this morning. Should be a nice easy release for Buddy here. Boom. I'd say that's an excellent way to start our morning. I am so stoked about that, man. Just so much relief camping out all night, not getting to catch any fish yesterday, but to finally whack a good one first fish in the morning, and we have a lot of time to fish today. Ooh, big boil on this corner right here. Oh my God. Come on. A lot of movement out here to my right. So I know some people will probably ask, this is a new setup in my hands. This is a 3000 Daiwa Saltist, a 7-foot Juno bait custom rod. It's a medium light, 20-pound braid. So that's like 250 yards of 20-pound braid on this setup. And I got a 30-pound fluoro. Instead of having a bunch of rods, like having 10 different setups that I use, I think you guys have probably noticed over the past like 6 months to a year, I'm more of just like having 3 or 4 setups that I try to use all the time, and just fewer higher quality setups instead of having a ton of just like okay setups. And this thing is like the perfect inshore rod. A 24-inch snook will still be fun on this, but you still have a chance of landing a big 40-inch fish on this for sure. Like a 3000 or 4000, you can't go wrong for inshore in that, man. Oh God, I was like, oh my gosh, there's something huge right there. It's a freaking manatee. There's a fish right up that mangrove point there. Little guy. That's a big fish. That's nice red. Beautiful. Yeah, baby. All right, I've been throwing top water all morning, caught a nice snook. I literally, maybe 4 casts ago, just put on a root beer chartreuse paddle tail, caught a little snook, flipped them off, very next cast, hooked into a nice redfish. Ooh, what a morning, man. What a morning. A beautiful night camping and a beautiful morning just crushing fish. What more can you ask for? It's a good red too. Absolute beauty. Oh man. Whew, there's a beautiful redfish right there, probably only about 20 inches. Hopefully we'll catch a big giant one today while we're out here, because we are in the land of monsters. But I just could not be more stoked about how today's been going so far. Big snook, nice slot size red. Whew, this is amazing, man. There you go, hombre. Even if we don't catch any more fish for the rest of the day, I mean, we're having an amazing time, but I think we're gonna have a day, man. We're gonna have a day. fish have run a little dry. We need to go make a move and try to find somewhere else to go. It is windy today, man. Bit of a pain. Ooh, big old swirl right up there. Throwing on an artificial shrimp. Sun's up. I'm hoping we can find some clear water and do some sight casting. Probably, oh my gosh, nice old redfish sitting up in here, brother. Do something stupid real quick. Turn on my back GoPro. Where are you at, brother? Saw a big swirl, and then I just saw, there he is, tailing. I might have spooked him. Oh! Love it. Just pulled up to the spot. Literally cruised like 10 feet. Saw that boy. Oh, how good is that? How good is that, man? Whew. Whoa, 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 brother, brother, brother. Get out of the trolling motor, friend. Oh, man. Today's been awesome. Oh, he is so lit up. Another beautiful redfish. This one's a little ratty. He's got a weird looking little tail. Got trimmed off the top there, a little haircut. But he's probably about 16 inches or so. Not as big as the first one we caught this morning, but what a beautiful fish. And we might be able to sight cast them, man. If we can sight cast a giant, that's the goal. I mean, this has been an awesome time. We might have some stormy weather slowly encroaching on us here. I don't know what's going on, man, but the wind all of a sudden is just absolutely howling. Like, went from blowing to like 9, 10 to like 16, 17 right now. Like, I'm pretty much getting blown off the water here, and I can see some big clouds forming in the distance. I think we need to make a run back to the ramp, or start heading that way at least, because I have about an 8-mile run. I don't want to be that far away from the ramp if the storm does decide to push over onto me.